Hello boys and girls, this is today's handwriting. First we are going to write the date. Make sure your eyes are on the board, pencils down, watching the board. Today's date is the 1st of August. First we're going to start from the dotted line going down for the number 1. Then for the S we are going to start from the solid line going around and touching the bottom line. For the T, we're going to go straight down. Make sure you're touching the bottom and the top lines and cross in the middle on the middle solid line there. Then we'll need to have a finger space. For August, we are going to start with a capital A. Going slanted side down to the other side and join together on the middle, in the middle on the line. For the U, we are going to start from the solid line, going down, up and round and down. For the G, we are going to start from the solid line, around, up, all the way down to the dotted line. Make sure you're touching the dotted line down here. And for the U, going down and up and straight down. For the S, going around and back up, touching both solid line. For the T, straight down and cross on the middle line here. Make sure you're watching. And then you need a finger spacing again. And for the 2022, you start with number 2. Crossing on the line. For the 0, start from the dotted line. Going up, going down, up and around. Join together. For the 2, go round, down and cross on the line. Another 2, down and cross on the line. You can start on the date, 1st of August 2022. Next, we are going to write today's lowercase letters. The lowercase letters are U, V, W, Y. So we're going to start from the solid line here. Up and straight down for the U. For the V, we are going to start from the solid line, going down and back up. And for the W, we are going to start from the solid line, down, up, down, up. Make sure you're touching both of the lines. And for the Y, I'm going to go from the solid line down and up and straight down and touching the dotted line up. Make sure you're watching the board. I'm going to show you one more time. You need a finger space. For the U, we are going to go down, around, straight down. For the V, we are going to go down, around, and up. Next is W, we are going to go down, up, and for the Y, we are going to go down, up, and down, and hook up on the dotted line. You can start, and you can do a few more across the line here. U, V, W, Y. Next, we are going to go to the uppercase U, V, W, Y. You're going to start from the dotted line, going all the way down to the second solid line and back up and straight down for the U. For the V, you are going to start from the dotted line, diagonally down to the second solid line and back up. And for the W, you're going to start from the dotted line, going down, up, down, up. And for the Y, you're going to start from the dotted line, going diagonally to the first solid line, and then back up here and cross all the way down to the bottom. You need a finger space. I'll show you one more. For the U, you are going to start from the solid line, going down, around, up and straight down. Make sure you're watching the board. You shouldn't be writing. And back on the dotted line, down and back up. For the V, for the W, you're going to go down, up, up. And for the Y, you're going to go diagonally to the first solid line. You're going to start going back here to the dotted line and going diagonally to the bottom solid line here. This is the uppercase U, V, W, Y. You may start writing, and after you do it, make sure you have a finger space and you can do a few more across the line. First lowercase word we are going to write today starts with W, is the word wet, W-E-T. So for the lowercase w, we are going to go start from the solid line. We're going to go down, up for the W. And for the E, we are going to start from the middle here, going around and back up. And for the T, we are going to start from the dotted line, going straight down and cross on the line. Then you can have the comma, wet. Second word I'll show you on the board. Make sure you're watching the board. You shouldn't be writing when you're watching. You're going to start with the lowercase w. Down, up on the solid lines. For the H, you're going to go straight down, up and around and down again on the solid line. On the top, you should be touching that dotted line. And for the A, you're going to start here, going around and up and straight down. And for the T, you're going to start from the dotted line, going down, straight down to the bottom solid line and cross on the line. For what? W-H-A-T. You separate the words with a comma. Now you can start writing. The next word is when, W-H-E-N. Start with the lowercase w. You're going to go down, up on the solid lines. And for the H, you're going to start from the dotted line, going straight down to the bottom solid line, going round and down. For the E, you're going to start from the middle of the two solid lines, go around. And for the N, you're going to start from the solid line, going down and up and around and down. And the comma again, finger space. Next word is Y, W-H-Y. Make sure you're watching, hand down, eyes to the board. I'm watching you. Okay, for the W, I'm going to go down, up for the W. For the H, I'm going to start from the dotted line, down and up and around and down again. For the Y, I'm going to start from the solid line, go around, up and down all the way to the bottom dotted line and back up. WHY. The next word is who, W-H-O. Start from the lowercase w. So down, up on the solid lines. For the H, start from the dotted line, going straight down and up and round and down. And for the O, going around and up and connect for the O. Next word is was, W-A-S. Make sure you're watching. It goes down, up for the W. A, you go round, up and straight down. And for the S, you go round, back up, around, comma. You can start on your was. The last lowercase letter word we have is we, W-E. So down, up for the lowercase w. Start in the middle for the E, going around and back up. We, you can start writing we. And for the uppercase word, the first we have a word is name, is will, W-I-L-L. So we're going to start with a uppercase and uppercase W. So we're going to start from the dotted line here. We're going to go down, up. For the W, for the I, I'm going to start from the solid line, straight down the dot on top in the middle here. And then from the dotted line, I'm going to go straight to the second solid line, back up, straight down to solid line for will. You have a comma here. You can start writing will, W-I-L-L. Next uppercase word we have is Wendy. Same thing as will, uppercase W, down, up. Make sure you're watching the board. Then you have the lowercase e, start here, go around, back up. For the N, start from the solid line down and up and around and straight down. For the D, make sure you're watching. You start from here, you go around and up, all the way up, touching the dotted line and straight back down again. And for the Y, you start from the solid line, you go around, up, you go down, around and up, and down all the way to the bottom dotted line here. You can start writing windy. The next word we have is Wednesday. Wednesday is a tricky word, so make sure you're watching. You start with the uppercase W, so down, up. Make sure you're touching the solid line and the second dotted line down the bottom. Followed by E, you start from the middle, you go around. Then a D, around, up, all the way to the top. Dotted line, straight back down again. Then there's an N. So you start from the solid line, going down, around, and down. Then you have another E in the middle of the two solid lines, going around, touching the bottom line. Then you have S. Around, back up. Then you have a D, around on the line, back up, and down again. For the A, around and up and down. And for the Y, start from the solid line, going down, up, straight all the way to the bottom dotted line. Wednesday. Wednesday. You can start writing. Last word we have is a country, Wales. So start from an uppercase W, down, up for W. Lowercase a, around and up and down. Make sure you're watching the board. For the L, you start from the dotted line, go straight down. For the E, start in the middle, go round. And for the S, you start from here, go around and back up. Make sure you're touching the two